This year, in sophomore theology, I have learned that the Bible has so many different and powerful stories, ranging from things like talking and interacting with God to people finding themselves in divine ways. One scene from a story that we learned about this year that really stuck out to me from the others was about Moses talking to the burning bush. I love this scene because for me, it exemplifies the divine power of God, making commands to someone through a bush lit with a flame that miraculously does not engulf itself. This scene occurs on the journey that Moses must go on to free his people. God says he has seen the suffering of his people in Egypt and is concerned enough to come down and rescue them into a better, more spacious land flowing of, quote, milk and honey. God tells Moses that the person who said these things was named, I am who I am. But my favorite part about this scene is when Moses asks God how he will do this, and God responds by saying, I will be with you. God's holy presence, even though it may not seem he is there for us all the time, has a plan for each one of us, and I find that to be very special. This brings me to my point that everyone has a dream, a passion, a gift, given by God to fulfill this destiny. My dream is to play Division I lacrosse in college, and my journey so far has had some bumps in the road, but I feel closer to God as a result. The lifelong relationships and companionships I have made through lacrosse is only one of the benefits I have gotten from the sport. Not only does it bring together a group of dedicated individuals to lay their hearts out on the field for one another, but it gathers a culture of excellence, a feeling only the few fortunate enough get to experience. How I know this is my passion is simple to others, but rather complicated to me. When I wield the medal in my hands and lead my team into battle, it fills me with such joy, an unexplainable joy, a pure love for the game. Like Moses, I was led into this by individuals who cared about me. By third grade, I had lived in 3 different countries and hadn't found my passion, nor had I ever heard of lacrosse. I was very shy and had no friends in the 3rd grade when I moved to Denver and found myself in a state of desolation. A lot of the kids in my class were playing the sport on a team together, and it looked fun, so I joined. For 2 years, I was on that team and had no passion to practice or play. It just didn't seem fun to me. So I quit in the 5th grade and told myself I was never playing again. My cousin, Christian Patrick, was a 4-year All-American in high school, got a scholarship to Cornell, and played 3 years, then transferred to Towson where he set a school record for goals in a season. Came to visit us in Denver that year. He taught me how to look at lacrosse in a different way. Just listening to him talk about the sport, having doubting somebody could admire anything more. I wanted that feeling of dedication, and that ignited my passion to play the sport. I decided this would be my dream, and I've been playing with the same spark I got 5 years ago to this day. I hadn't realized until this point, but my cousin was my burning bush. He was a role model for me to get started again. If it hadn't been for his influence, who knows where I could be. I'm so glad I was given the opportunity to be given a second chance with my dream, and I feel God is with me whenever I step onto the field.